Namaste and welcome. It is Rishi here from meditatewithrishi.com, and today, as we continue our series on my favorite Thich Nhat Hanh teachings, today we're speaking about habit energy. Okay, one of my favorite things, and a lot of people's favorite things about Thich Nhat Hanh, was that he used very simple language. His teachings were very simple. One of the things that he spoke a lot about was that in order to keep the Buddha's teachings alive, in order to keep any teachings, spiritual teachings, any teachings alive, it's important that we use a language that is relevant to today's generation, today's culture, today's society. And he did this beautifully. He went so deep into the Buddha's teachings, and then he translated them in such a simple, cool way. And simple, by the way, does not mean that he took away the essence. No, in fact, he maintained the essence more than ever. And you can see that just in the kind of person that he was. So, habit energy is a term that he coined, okay? And I want to share with you what this means and how this can make a difference to your happiness today, okay? So he says that we all have this habit energy in us, okay? And habit energy is energy that is fueled by old patterns, old habits, old situations, essentially. And it is this kind of energy that is always pushing us. It's always pushing us. And it's pushing us and making us believe that our happiness is not possible now. That our happiness is something that we must go and achieve in the future. We deeply believe this. We deeply believe that happiness lies somewhere in the future, and our job is to get there. So every day we're trying to get there. Every day we're just trying to get there. When do we arrive, essentially, right? And he goes on further to say that this is not actually our fault. In fact, our parents did a lot of running, okay? Their parents did a lot of running. They got it from their ancestors. And this is something that has come into the very cells of your body, this habit energy. And he says that if we are not aware of it, it can be stronger than us and actually never let us be happy, because we'll always think that the future always holds better conditions for our happiness, that life is actually somewhere else and we're just trying to get there. And the opposite is true. The opposite is true, right? Happiness, as you know, is in the here and the now. It is in the present moment, because every moment, even in the future, is only the present moment. There's never any other moment, only the present. And this is what we need to enjoy while we're here. So whatever you're doing, you enjoy it, right? So let's look at some examples of this habit energy. I'm going to share with you some that I feel are quite common. And you can try and notice where it's getting the better of you and how you can improve that, right? And I'll tell you how you can improve that, actually. So one example is when you are actually trying to sit and meditate. And beginners have this, right? They sit to meditate, but in their mind, they feel like, what am I doing here? I'm wasting my time. I have work to do. I should be doing something productive. So the fact that we cannot just sit and enjoy sitting and enjoy breathing, this means that the habit energy is very strong, and it's lying to us and telling us that happiness is in the future when actually it's now, okay? Another example is just actually, if you consider sitting, like how are you sitting right now? Are you very relaxed, or is there some tension in your body? Just try to notice. It's a high chance that you may be sitting in some way, tensing some part of your body. And that, just imagine that. That means that your body, subconsciously, the body is the subconscious mind. It believes that what I'm doing right now is not, it's not where I'm meant to be. That's why you're tensed. and you want to leave and do something else. And even when you do that something else, you'll still be tensed. This is not the way to live, right? Another example is when, let's say, we're eating, okay? And instead of being able to sit down quietly and enjoy the food in silence, the very thing that nourishes us, instead of being able to do that nicely and quietly, we may decide to get on our phone or to watch something, right? To do something while we're eating, because eating itself is, for some reason, just not enough. That also is habit energy getting the better of us, right? Another example is talking. When you're talking to somebody, and instead of us listening to what the other person is saying and looking deeply into it, we're thinking about how to respond. How am I going to respond to this? What is this person trying to tell me? How am I going to respond to this? This again is habit energy getting the better. If we just sit and listen deeply, like our relationships would just go to another level, because people just want to be cared about and heard. That's all they want, right? Another example is the general rushing that we do. The general rushing we do. We are doing anything, any normal chore, like ironing or washing the dishes. We're just trying to rush through it, like get through it. Habit energy telling us that actually you finish this quickly, because this is not, happiness can't be here. It has to be somewhere later. So finish quickly and get on with it. Get on with it. You know, this is the terms we use. Let me grab some food. Let me grab some coffee. Get on with it. Why? Remember what we spoke about in the previous video, that everything that we do, whether you're running a multi-million-dollar company or you're washing the dishes, both of those things are as much your life as each other. In terms of, time, all activities are equal. In terms of the present moment, all activities are equal. So the point of this habit energy teaching is to realize that actually happiness is only in the here and in the now. It can never be found anywhere else, because even when you go somewhere else, you're going to be in the here and in the now. There is no future. It's always now. And we just have to decide to relax and chill and be happy now. That's the thing. So the point of this video is to help you become aware of where in your life, habit energy may be getting the better of you, okay? And there's a really cool thing you can do that Thich Nhat Hanh did. He taught, his entire community to do this, is to use a mindfulness bell, okay? Now, there is an app. I have no affiliation to this app, by the way. It's just a really cool app that I found called Mindfulness Bell. I'm going to put the picture somewhere here so you can see it. I think it's available both on Android and iPhone. You just go and download it, okay? And you can set a bell to ring at any duration you want. Every 10 minutes, half an hour, 1 hour. And when this bell rings, it is just a reminder for you to come back into the present, to become aware of your breathing, and to just enjoy what you're doing right now. Just enjoy that and become very present. And this small thing, it can really change. It can really change your life, okay? Especially when you get it to the family level, where everyone in the family is actually using that bell as a way to come back and realize this is what is important, what we're doing right now. Nothing else later, now. It's beautiful. So I encourage you to do that. That's it. Thank you very much for listening. Namaste.